our election 2026 coverage now, just 3 days after Maine Democrats chose Troy Jackson to challenge Senator Susan Collins. A Maine Republican is claiming Jackson's ineligible to run under state election laws.
CBS 13's Max Williams is digging into the law and as well as this new challenge. He joins us live in the newsroom. And Max, what have you learned and what could this mean for the Jackson campaign?
Well, Stephanie and Greg, that's still unclear at the moment, but what we do know is that at this point, the deadline has passed for Maine Democrats to put another U.S. Senate candidate on the November ballot. If those ineligibility claims turn out to be valid, it could raise some major questions for Democrats in a highly contested race.
Tonight, new questions are circulating over whether Democratic Senate nominee Troy Jackson is legally eligible to run.
He put his hat in the ring to run here. He knew he shouldn't.
Republican State Representative James White, who represents portions of Piscataquis and Somerset counties, is singling out the Jackson campaign. White sent a letter to the Secretary of State's office challenging Jackson's eligibility and calling for an investigation immediately.
You know that it's not lawful to run for two offices in the same election cycle.
Under Maine election laws, a person may not file, whether by primary election or nomination petition, as a candidate for more than one federal, state, or county office at any election, and cannot run for a position in both the primary and nomination petition. Jackson's bid for governor fell short during the primary. Now he is Maine Democrats nominee to challenge longtime Republican Senator Susan Collins, replacing former candidate Graham Plattner, who ended his campaign amid sexual assault allegations he denies. Jackson wasn't available to speak with us today, but his team did tell CBS 13 they believe there's no merit to Representative White's claims, adding, quote, "Republicans are so worried that Susan Collins is about to lose, they're resorting to cheap tricks."
Is that true? Is that essentially the reason why you sent this letter?
It's not a cheap trick. It's been decided in the court that you can't run for two offices in the same election. So, I mean, I guess you can call it a cheap trick, but a sore loser law is there because we have sore losers.
And I did spend much of the day trying to get answers from the Secretary of State's office. I called and sent an email. One of the questions I asked is the Secretary of State's office reviewing or evaluating this issue. I asked that question a little bit before 11 this morning, and I'm still waiting to get an answer. But once we do, we'll be sure to tell you. In the newsroom tonight, Max Williams, CBS 13 News.
All right.
Steph.
Working to get some answers. Max, thank you. Well,